there will be times that, no matter what it is you say, that individuals will not listen upon what it is you say. No matter if you say yes or no, they will not take it, for they do not understand your yes or no. Upon that time, you do not have to respond, for there was already, and it remains that respond. Being nice does not always apply. When it is that your yes means yes, and your no means no, only so many times can you say your yes and no. Or anything more than that, it proves that you yourself, you question that 2 times or more. Personally, I would say 2, no more. After that, you do not have to listen, for at that point they prove to you that to you they do not listen. You will come across ones that, no matter what you say, either A, they will not understand you upon this day, or they will question upon what it is you say, thinking that your yes is not yes, and your no is not no, by not responding after your allotted amount of answers of whatever it may be. After that, no other communication must there be seen, until the situation may change. If it is that you have declared that it might be a point that change. If it is a point that you have declared, what it is that will be and cannot be any other in that situation, then there is no more need to speak to that one within that situation. Anything more or less than that, you prove your yes is not yes, and not no. So make sure your yes means yes, your no means no. If it means there is no more communication that you need to show, then leave it alone or make sure they know. Anything else, and you are the one that has to go. Being nice at this point no longer applies, for it proves they do not listen to you, so either they learn to, or they are ones that within your relationships they go. Prove to them that your yes is yes and your no is no. Anything else, you do not need to let them know. For at that point, if you do, it means that what it is that has been said by you is not and cannot be true. So make sure it is as it is that you said it is, regardless upon what the answer is. Sure upon the fact they know that, and prove it by the actions and what you do with that. For some will not pay attention until it is time that you show upon the fact you need to pay attention. Or a few, they might be thinking that your answer is not your view, is not upon what it is that you will do, but prove to them amongst your words and actions. Prove to them that your yes is yes and your no is no within your words and your actions. For if it is that you do not, you prove upon the spot that within that area you are lukewarm in that spot, and your words mean not what it is that you have intended them to mean. At points, ones may think that these kinds of actions might be mean, but if it is that you have already stated your stance, one that does not listen to what it is, that is, you have declared your stance, is not one that you should associate with or communicate with, for they do not understand you and they're not worth communicating with. or doing anything else, regardless if it's business or anything else. For they would not listen to your wishes if they cannot listen to your yes, or whatever it is with your no. How else would their result be, if that is what you see from the start? So make sure that your yes is yes, and your no is no from the start. Otherwise, there could be conflict within that could start. And it is the best way to do business. If it is that you are trying to run an honest business, what kind of business would survive? If it was that a yes was a no and a no was a yes, what kind of success would you see with things such as this? Or within your aspiration? How would it be that you could go further amongst your aspiration, if it is that you are to act such as that? So make sure that your yes is yes, and your no is no. And if you said there's no way, that is a definite no. If one would not listen to you at that point, when it was they were working for you, do you think they would listen to you then? No, they would not. If it was they did not listen to you from the start, they will not listen to you in the end. Even if it was they were to get it, they would not listen because they would already have upon what it is they wished. But make sure your yes is yes, your no is no. That way, when difficulty happened to show, there is no way they could prove any other than what it is that you have already declared in front of another. And as far as the other, that would not listen to what it is that is your reply, would that be a good reason for your ability to work with them to die?